hot tea. Hot. Easy kama mmeona. Guys, mmeona?
In fact, I dare say that the leaders of Matatu industry at that point in time never protested against the government. So the question you should be asking yourself, why did they feel that it was okay to understand President Uhuru Kenyatta, but when it is President William Ruto, they should go to the streets?
What are you saying? What are you saying? What is he saying?
You should ask yourself, why did they not stop their vehicles just less than 4 years ago? And why is it that in the administration of President William Ruto, they have stopped their vehicles from coming to the streets? There must be something. There must be a certain level of profiling that applies to William Ruto that does not apply to President Uhuru Kenyatta. And the guess is as good as your guess is as good as mine. Please, the transport sector, the way you understood President Uhuru Kenyatta and never went on strike just less than 5 years ago, that is the same way you should understand President William Ruto because he's in office.
My fellow Kenyans, the administration of William Ruto must stop this nonsense and stupidity that whenever things are wrong in the country and people come out to demonstrate, like for example today, people are out to demonstrate high cost of living and high prices of fuel. That's the reason why people are demonstrating today. But as a whole CS, as CS of Interior, MURKOMEN, is telling Kenyans that less than 4 years ago, the same thing happened. Prices of fuel ilipanda na watu wa matatu hawakutoka kuenda kudemonstrate. Hawakupark magari yao kudemonstrate kwa sababu that was Uhuru Kenyatta. And under William Ruto, they are doing that because William Ruto is a Kalenjin. What kind of nonsense is this? What kind of nonsense is this, for God's sake? A whole CS coming out to tell Kenyans that people are demonstrating because William Ruto is a Kalenjin. But now, this, what is this, surely? What are you trying to tell Kenyans? These are the people you call CS in the government of William Ruto. Mtu anakuja nasema, ati people are demonstrating today, not because prices of fuel limepanda, but because William Ruto is a Kalenjin. Brother, it is time we should just show these people that no matter who you are, whether you are a Kalenjin or whatever you want to call yourself, we are not going to entertain kuongezwa kwa bei ya mafuta bila kujali mwananchi wa kawaida. This kind of nonsense must stop. At any time people come out to demonstrate, wanasema they are demonstrating because William Ruto is a Kalenjin. Yeah? At this kind of profiling must stop. At under Uhuru Kenyatta, no one demonstrated for high cost of living, for high fuel prices. Now it is William Ruto, people are demonstrating. What kind of nonsense is this? You are in parliament, ukikriticize Uhuru Kenyatta, ile time aliongeza prices of fuel. Mpaka mkatuambia, ati tunaingilia wapi Ukraine-Russia war, Kenya inaingilia wapi? Even your boss, William Ruto mwenyewe, alikuja kusema, how come that fuel prices in Uganda, fuel prices in Uganda was cheaper than in Kenya, and Uganda was a landlocked country. Today, you call a press conference to complain to Kenyans that Kenyans are demonstrating because William Ruto is a Kalenjin. Bwana, mukishindwa na kazi mutoke bwana. Wacheni kutusumbua akili. What the fuck? Who do you think you are? Tokeni kama mmeshindwa na kazi muende. Stop playing victimization all the time. You playing victim, you're a victim, you're a victim, you're a victim all the time. Oh, because tunafanywa hivi because we are Kalenjins. Oh, Kenyans are demonstrating because we are Kalenjins. Kwani wewe huoni kama bei ya mafuta zimepanda? You don't see that pesa ya hata ya my friend, tumefika aje? Unatuambia nini? How did we get here? How did we allow to be ruled by the least qualified in this country? Where there's a problem, they come to play a victim. Whenever there's a problem, wanna play victim. Oh, William Ruto is a Kalenjin. Oh, William Ruto is a Kalenjin. Ndio maana wana demonstrate. Mkituongeza bei ya mafuta mkujua William Ruto is a Kalenjin. Mkiongeza fuel prices, amkujua William Ruto is a Kalenjin. This is nonsense. This is now boring, man. These people should just pack and go home. Hii waende nyumbani bwana.
MURKOMEN. MURKOMEN. How are you, sir? Kuna siku bosi yako, siku moja aliwaita State House
Na nikasikia akisema kwamba ameangalia akajua kwamba wengine wenyu hamjui kile mnafanya katika ofisi, manake you have no information of what is happening in your offices. Wewe hujawahi wacha kasumba ya siasa. Wewe hujawahi jua kwamba ulitoka kwa siasa. Every statement that you release inakuwa ni political. Na kama kuna watu watachangia Ruto kutochaguliwa tena, ni nyinyi technocrat ambao mlichaguliwa kutoka kwa siasa, mkawekwa huko ili muweze kufanya nini? You are rewarded by those position. And I can tell you, sijui, I don't know which minister is, sijui ni minister yupi ambaye unaweza ukasema anajielewa. Many ministers hawajielewi, especially wale politician. You are talking like bado ile mambo zenyu zinakuaga kwa bunge. You know, politician wa Kenya hakuna kitu wanajua, wengi ni siasa tu. And I thank God because Kenyans are waking up now. And 2027 kutakuwa na mabadiliko makubwa sana. Kuna watu wanadhani kwamba watachaguliwa tena 2027, but hawatachaguliwa.
Majama, mimi naomba ni Bulanda. Wale wa Justin Nyogo nashikisha Ruto handball, wanafanya watu wanaweza kuchukia serikali ya Ruto. Ni watu wamemzingira. Example, mtu kama MURKOMEN. Sasa MURKOMEN anakamkutoa statement kwa media akisema ni aje ati kuna viongozi wenyewe wamesukuma watu wakafanya nini? Wakafanyia maandamano mjama. Waache kuwekelea viongozi wengine. Sasa kitu iko ni ati wabebe noma yao. Sasa noma iko kwao. Hao ndio kwa gava sahi na mafuta imepanda bei. Bali ya kushinda mteja sijui Gashago, sijui watu opposition. Fanyeni aje. Endeni kwa bunge mkae chini mpunguze vitu na ma-VAT. Mafuta ishuke bei. Wacheni kuingilia watu opposition. Mimi nasikia namba 2 amekuja akasema ati ni aje. Ati hata gava imesaidia mafuta ingekuwa sonei. Sonei aje hata kama mambo inachacha uko Iran kwenyewe, wezi niambia ati mafuta ingekuwa imefika sonei aje. Bebeni noma, wacheni kukelea opposition. Bebeni noma, wacheni kushikisha number 1 Bulanda. Kama mnajua mwezi piga bera, tokeni tu kwa hizo ofisi. Ni Bulanda, unataka kuniambia watu opposition ndio mobilize watu wote kwa inchi. Maandamano yamekuwa literally karibu kwa town zote. Ni hao wamechita watu wote. Bulanda.
But this, yes, MURKOMEN, sometimes you really, truly need to read the mood of the country. Because tell me why you at a press statement, Sahi, I've watched it and I'm like, are you kidding me? That you're giving that the only reason why Kenyans have gone to the streets to demonstrate and there was a total shutdown about the high cost of fuel is because we are attacking the William Samoei administration because he's from a certain tribe. That we need to give you the benefit of the doubt that you're gonna work on the fuel prices. Are you kidding me? Give this administration the benefit of the doubt to do what? What have you even done since you took over power? Have you not killed people on the streets and refused to own up for it? Have you not ensured that the cost of living is so high that you have refused to own up on it? Even your tone in this press statement was kwa nini muna attack administration ya William Samoei Ruto? You want to put this agenda to look like it's a tribal agenda. Munaanguka, and the only time when we call you account, munajificha, and you are oh my God, muna to attack you from another tribe. Today in the streets, we had Kalenjins from your own tribe demonstrating. Dominic Kiplimo was being arrested right in front of our eyes. His video is trending everywhere. He's not a tribalist. And now you want to say that we need to, why were matatus withdrawn? You need to give us the benefit. We cannot give your government the benefit of the doubt. There is nothing you're doing to Kenyans. Today, protesters again have been killed. Moja Nakuru, mwingine Kakamega. Others have been harmed. Wengine wamearestiwa bado wameshikwa hata hawajareleasiwa. Alafu natuambia tukupatia the benefit of the doubt. Can you, by the way, do this? Dissolve the whole government. Leave, because you guys clearly do not know how to lead. Your president is out. Ali Toka, the first chance he could get, he left the country. He left us here after he has hiked prices. He could not even explain anything. We have videos of him in 2021 talking about the way government cannot raise fuel then. Hiyo time mulikuwa mnaongelea maneno ya fuel, tuliwauliza. Si mulikuwa mnasema venye atustahili kukua na high cost of fuel. Na Uganda prices zao hazipandi. Mulisema hivyo, their videos. Kuna evidence kwa karatasi. Si mulikuwa mchukue power muensure fuel prices haziwezi panda. If we are in a G to G agreement with UAE. Why our fuel prices going up? Na huko kwa hakuna kitu imechange ya fuel prices. PS of insecurity. Get out of here. We are not dumb.
I fear that for this public transport strike to be effective, for any strike to be effective, it needs to go beyond one day. We can't just be setting aside one day of the week to champion for our rights, to champion for our, democracy and effective governments. One day is simply not enough. One day is not enough. And I am not here saying, let's protest every single day. I'm not championing for protesting. I'm championing for an effective government. But the thing is, we cannot fight for an effective government in one day. We can't. Because it doesn't make sense for the government to increase the fuel prices, reduce it by a few shillings, and then increase it again. And then we're just going to protest about it for one day when that issue is affecting everybody. There's not a single person who is not affected by that. Whether you have a personal car, whether you use public transport, whether you use Ubers, it doesn't matter. We are all being affected by this thing. But setting aside just one day to protest is not effective, and it's not as impactful as we think it's going to be, because one day simply is not enough. Because otherwise, the government is just thinking that we're tolerant, and we are tolerant. And I'm saying we because I'm part of it. We have become tolerant to the injustices of our government. All we do is go on Twitter, complain about it, rant about it, and then move on with our lives like nothing has happened. We don't fight for our constitutional rights as much as we should be. And our government has now realized that we can do whatever we want. Yes, they will strike and protest for one day, and then everything will go back to normal. What is the point? It shouldn't be a one-day affair. It should be something that tunafinya hadi there is a change, and that change is sustained. Not at there's a change for 3 days and then everything is back to... No. We need to, and it needs to start now, because tukiendelea hivi, in 2027, we're going to have a huge problem.
Yesterday evening, I heard CS Interior Kipchumba Onesmus MURKOMEN mentioning certain names of people, being like, you are responsible for the demonstrations and what have you. You even compared this regime and the former regime of the Uhuru Kenyatta and be like, during Uhuru's time, maandamano ya fuel wasn't there. Now why today? Mr. Onesmus, CS Interior. Let me remind you that that office is so big, and it needs people who have got good minds. You have got intelligence, you know what is happening in the country. If indeed you know whoever that is fueling this, why can't you go for that person? Arrest them. It's either you know what to do or you are incompetent as a CS. The president trusted in you and knew you can do exemplary job in that office. Remember, we have got people who have been there in that office and they have done something good. Why can't you do that even more better than them? You have come to the people that when I listen to, and I'm like, the president is just trying to accommodate you because you guys have been a friend to him. But he knows that you guys cannot do what you're supposed to do. Now he's trying just to have you around so that you can hang on his coat until he finishes whatever that he wants to do in this country. When I listen to some of you as a CS, and I feel like you guys got these jobs through, I don't know how I can mention it. I want to dare you. If indeed you know it's a certain person, let's say a good example, maybe if Regada is the one doing this, why can't you go for him? The rule of law, this country is being ruled by the rule of law, and there's nobody who's above the law. Go for that person. Let's see if this country will burn down. We cannot sit somewhere and watch a country burning down. It's only a fool who sits at home to watch a pregnant goat deliver with a rope tied around her neck. Where we have reached, it means there is a problem, and you know it. You should be looking for a solution, not a blame game. When I look at you people in this government, and I feel like you are never serious and ready to do whatever is supposed to be done. You only came to test the waters. Because if you keep on comparing Uhuru Kenyatta's government and this one, oftentimes whenever there is a problem, then you make me feel like you are a man who maybe snatched another man's wife somewhere. Then you promised her heaven, everything. Now you have started giving her omena, and then be like, where you came from, I know you have been eating mrenda, now you are eating omena. How do you feel? When you bring chapati, you be like, I know you have been eating mahindi choma where you came from, now I'm giving you chapati. Whenever you give her chicken, you be like, I know where you are eating sisaka, now at least you're eating chicken. Now that woman feels like, no, there is something wrong here. Why does he keeps on comparing him with the other man? It's either you want to be with that woman or you are not ready. You are failing as a man in that home. You are failing as a man to that woman. You are an idiot. You should return that woman where you picked her from. That is what I'm trying to say here. That you are given this word, this government, you should be working for the people, not to be blaming one another and pointing fingers certain direction. You have got power. You have got what it takes to deal with these people. There is nobody who's above the law, Mr. MURKOMEN. Go deal with them. Can you now go and create a legacy, that thing, and be like, I arrested someone in this country as a CS, and this happened, but the state of lawlessness, ikaenda. Now where we are heading to anarchy. Let me tell you where we are today. Remember, the youths can come out without even being controlled by the opposition, and they'll go to the streets and demonstrate. We are now heading to a country whereby the military can even take over this country. I'm not lying to you. It can be so easy. Because if the youth will decide to come out in good numbers, they will outsmart you people. They tested it and they know. Don't just look at them and they're like, oh, these ones are useless. They know what they're doing. One day they will come out in good numbers. Wengine hata watatoka nje uchi. And they will say, kama mbaya. Bro, you'll be running helter-skelter. Come out, make things work better. You are actually disgracing this country to the international communities and embarrassment, whatever that is going in this country. Everywhere we are banning every year, kila kitu in a ban in the country. How will we move? Mr. MURKOMEN, do the right thing. I know you can do it.
So CS for Interior, in a bid, in a trial, to use tribalism to avoid accountability, amesimama kwa press akadanganya akasema kwamba wakati wa Uhuru, wakati mafuta yalipanda, matatu hawaku strike. Now here are the dates. Na hazikuwa whispers, na hazikuwa ati maandamano ndogo. They were total shutdowns. Hizi hapa. These are the dates. If I'm lying, confirm. But you know what happened? Uhuru's government was quick to act. Walikuwa wanashinda wakifanya kusubsidize oil, fuel. Ndio hawa watu waache kugoma. So tell us, Mr. CS, why are you lying to Kenyans? Why are you spreading tribalism with lies actually? Tutakuweka on the spot, my friend. You are not going to try it. Tulikuwa hapa, we will remember. One time.
MURKOMEN. MURKOMEN. You press conference in depth unaweza pia Kenyans a single solution on fuel crisis and the total shutdown today. Don't hide under the tribal card. During Uhuru's regime, matatu industry never went on strike. They are doing it because it is William Ruto. No, please give us a break. Please note that today in Nyandarua County, farmers counted mass losses. They never took their fresh produce to the market. Traders in Mombasa never moved their goods to Nairobi and other destinations. Fishermen in Kisumu never sold their fish. So hii maneno ya tribal hata haiko. Kila mtu alienda hasara. Watoto wote walikaa nyumbani, wa Mkikuyu, wa Mturkana, wa Mwergeyo Marakwet kama wewe. Don't hide under the tribal card, my dear. And I want to tell you, Kenyans would have been happy to hear a solution, and I'm willing to give you one. The Speaker of the National Assembly to recall us tomorrow morning. Then we get a solution from the National Assembly tomorrow. Since you are referring to Uhuru, let's get the solution in reference to Uhuru. During Uhuru's regime, the State House budget was approximately 4 billion. Recently, allocation for William Ruto in State House was put to 17 billion. So we need to reallocate 13 billion, put it to fuel subsidy to assist Kenyans get better prices. This way, at least if you compare the two regimes, I think Kenyans will accept this kind of reason. Finally, hii mambo ya traitor na mafuta inakujiana wapi? MURKOMEN, mambo ya Mount Kenya will remain as such. Leave it to us. If you are dining with William Ruto, SHA is not working. Capitation is not in school. University students are suffering. Road network is not there. And you continue telling us 2 term. Honestly, you remain as a traitor. Na pia ati mtu ameitana traitor ataenda Hague. Murkomen, wewe ni wakili wa wapi? Wacha kuaibisha mawakili bwana.